Junior Cycle Higher Level 2014 Sample Paper 2, Question 6. This is a statistics question. You're given 3 sets of data and you're basically being asked to compare and contrast the data, the distributions, and the first thing you're asked to do is display the data. You're given a complete free rein as to how you show it. So one of the things it's testing is your ability to realise which chart would be the best chart to use. There's a variety you could do. You could use bar charts, histograms, pie charts, stem and leaf plots, a dot line plot or dot plot. In my opinion, the best one would be actually a dot plot or a line plot. Because of the way in which the sort of data you've been given and the range of data. It's only 10 values spanning from 17 up to 35, and you want to show some sort of distribution. You could do a bar chart, but I think personally a dot plot is the quickest and simplest way of achieving your results. So here's the results from doing each of the brands. Now, you don't necessarily need to have the frequency tables there. It's just a way of just tidying up this data, but I don't think it's really, to be honest, necessary. Just the key thing is the actual diagrams, and you can clearly see the heights for each of the values. It's nice and straightforward and simple, nothing too complicated with axes and bars and rectangles coming out of the baseline, and you can immediately compare data. Because the key thing is each of these black lines here are lined up exactly 17 all the way up to 35. So when I'm comparing this large sort of section of 29, I can immediately compare it with brand C, who have only 2 but have 5 values in that region. So I can make comparisons and comments and thoughts about what's going on. Now, this question only asks to display the data in a way that would allow you to describe and compare. It's not actually asking you to describe and compare at this stage. It's only when you get into part 2 we are expected to do that. So, moving on to part 2, you're asked to comment on which bag of jelly beans you prefer to have, and giving reasons, and you're expected to refer to the mean average value of jelly beans and also the range. So let's first of all work out the means. We have a total of 291 when we add up all of the values in brand A. So 123, 2 lots of 25, 2 lots of 26, 2 lots of 32, 33, 34, 35. I get 291. And there are 10 values, so divide that by 10, I get a mean of 29.1. If I do the same with brand B and brand C, we have means of 25.4 and 27.6. If we were to look at the ranges, the range goes for each of them from the maximum, take away the minimum, which in this case is 12, also 12 equal to 6. So, in terms of the data, we can see that brand A has the highest mean, 29.1 number of beans, followed by brand C, followed by brand B. And if you look at the range, we've got a spread of 12 where the maximum is 35. We've got a spread of 12 where the maximum is 29, and finally we have a spread of 6 starting at the top mark being 31. So with a range of only 6, brand C is more reliable seemingly than brand B or A. Brand B and A are too erratic, too widespread, but we're far more confident about the values in brand C in terms of how close they are grouped. We would feel as though there's likely to be 27 or 28 beads in the bag. we're less able to be make a sort of a confident prediction with either brand A or brand B.